The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is taken at about the 14. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might happen, however, at least to this point.
No, and some guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, here's Portis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's
and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Beckham.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
.4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he's got his man. Beckham, touchdown Giants. Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Drops this one off to Portis. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. It's complete. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Check 26, check 26.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now this throw caught left side and inside the 20 before he's brought down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They hand it off to Portis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Single.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Moss. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it.